I thought, what the fuck is the difference between me being nice and opening up my heart to people? Why is it so painful compared to when I don't give a fuck about people and like I'm aggressive in a way and I'm ruthless in a way and people kind of treat me better? Why do people treat me better when I'm aggressive and ruthless, but they treat me worse when I'm nicer and softer to them? This is the real question. So when I drove to get petrol, I understood, because I was looking around. I was like, fuck, I really do love this place, and I really did try and love this place and be a part of this place. So why the fuck is it more difficult? Why the fuck is it more painful when I'm soft and nice and loving to people and I just want to love them? Oh, I know why. Because when I'm not ruthless and aggressive, and I'm soft and nice and loving, I'm expecting them to treat me that way. I'm expecting people to treat me the same way. That's why it's more painful. That's why it's so hard and rough and tough being the nice guy, being a nice person. If you're like me and you're nice to everyone and you kind of get stepped on, walked over and treated like shit, why? They're not treating you shit because you're nice. Of course, it's a possibility. But it's so painful that they treat you the way they treat you because you're expecting the same. You're expecting them to treat you the way you treat them. They're not treating you any different. They're treating you the same way they treat you when you're ruthless and aggressive. The way they treat you doesn't change. Your expectations of what you want from them, your expectations of how you want them to treat you, how you're expecting them to treat you, changes. Because when you're ruthless and aggressive, when I'm ruthless and aggressive, I don't give a fuck if someone says hello to me or not. I don't give a fuck if someone sends me a birthday message on Facebook or not, even though Facebook literally notifies them that it's my birthday and gives them options to just press send, so they don't even have to think about what to say, even though those same people are stuck and glued onto Facebook. They pretend like they don't see it. So when I'm ruthless and aggressive, that shit doesn't bother me. But when I'm so loving and nice, that shit bothers me. But it says more about me than it does about them, because they're not treating me any different. They are the way they are. They are where they are. That's not who they are, but it's where they are. It's where they live mentally. And we expect them to treat us how we treat them. That's why it's so hard and difficult to fucking be nice. That's why it's so much more painful to be nice. That's why we feel like we always get the short end of the stick. Why the fuck do I always cop this shit when I treat people so good? Because we're expecting them to treat us the same way. The way they're treating us doesn't change. It hasn't changed. It never will change. The only thing we can do is change what we expect from them. What do we expect from them? Because when we're ruthless and aggressive, what are we expecting from them? Nothing. But when we're nice and loving, what are we expecting from them? something. It's a funny little paradox, isn't it? It's a fucked up little game, isn't it? It's a beautiful little game. You got to see the beauty in the madness. Because it's not a bad thing. The problem is, not the problem, the challenge is, we need to learn. I'm still learning. I'm always learning. I'm always going to be learning while I wear this seamless garment. We need to learn how to balance that line of being ruthless and aggressive and nice and loving. Where is the fine line? Because we don't have to be ruthless and aggressive if we just don't expect them to treat us the way we treat them when we're nice and loving. But that's painful, because you're like, I give you so much love and you can't even look me in the eyes. You can't even fucking talk to me. You can't even send me a message for my birthday. That's why it's so fucking painful. So can we still be nice and loving and expect nothing in return? The thing is, if we don't, we close ourselves off and we become ruthless and aggressive because we don't expect anything, and it doesn't matter if we get hurt, because we don't expect to get hurt, we don't expect to get praised, we don't expect to be condemned or judged, we don't expect anything. So we're just fucking putting a mask, we're putting our fucking armor on, and we're not going to expect anything, we're not going to receive anything, because we closed off ourselves to receiving anything. But in reality, if we can keep ourselves open to being nice and loving and not expecting that in return from them, that still allows us to be open and loving and receive open and loving. Because we can't go back to receive open and loving when we're on the other end of the scale and ruthless and aggressive. We've closed ourselves off to receiving it. We closed ourselves off to receiving it. So that's my message for today. This is why it's so much more painful to be like me and to be ruthless. This is why it's so much more painful to be like me and be open and loving and nice to everyone, because we expect it in return, and when we don't receive it, it fucking hurts. When we're ruthless and aggressive, we don't expect to receive love. So it's not a disappointment when we don't receive love, because we don't give a fuck if that person gives us their love. We don't give a fuck if that person appreciates us or acknowledges us. We don't give a fuck. And that's not the way to live. So I don't want you to stop being you. If you're nice and open and loving, that is your superpower. But if it's fucking painful being that person, this is why. Because we're expecting them to be us. What do these people need? Not judgment, not condemnation. What do they need? They need love. That's all they want. That's all they need. And that's all we can give them. Love them, whether they reflect that back to us or not. Don't expect to receive it from them, because we're expecting something in return. It's kind of like giving someone a gift and expecting them to return it, or buy you a gift just because you bought them a gift. They need love. They want love. These people wouldn't treat you like shit if they felt loved. So keep being nice. Keep being loving. Just don't expect that in return from people, and you will live so much more peacefully. This is something I'm still learning and still practicing, not expecting that in return. So now you can join me on this journey of learning and practicing it, and we can take notes, we can share notes. There's nothing wrong with you for being nice. Nice guys don't finish last. It's the nice guys that expect people to be nice to them that finish last. Because it's our expectations that finish last. Why are we expecting anything? We should be accepting everything.